Good evening and namaskar. Welcome to Georgian's Defense Academy, and I, Shyam Mishra, welcomes you in the next session of preposition. This is class number 3rd of prepositions, and we are in the basic terms of preposition, the discussion over the basic terms, and we have discussed the points of in, into, on, at, upon and over. So we have discussed these 6 important prepositions, and now today we will start the next words, the next prepositions that are quite important. As I told you earlier that we will discuss every nook and corner of preposition in a very broad manner, and you people are instructed to watch the movies, to watch the videos, not movies, yes, to watch the video in the repeated manner, so that whatever the doubt you have, that must be cleared out. So dear, don't get fear, because I am here and we are discussing the most confucius, the most irritating topic and the most important topic as well for any competitive examination that occurs throughout the world. So after over, the very next word we have, it is over to. Over to के तरफ. To transfer view or face. It means if you are transferring, if you are changing the direction, if you are transferring the view towards one to another, in this case you will go with over to. तो एक से दूसरी तरफ जाते हैं, that is over to. अच्छा, over to की जो सबसे बड़ी खासियत है, सबसे बड़ी अच्छाई है over to की, that is what, कि आप इसको यूज करते हैं एज अ preposition. Just look at the example. During the discussion, the motive tone over to me, don't over to. Means the discussion was going on, but suddenly it turns towards over to me. Not physical turning, but the change of view. So in that case we are going with over to. One more example. Sorry. Going over to next point, we decided to take the further step. Going to, going over to, it means के तरफ. So if you are just changing the view and the direction, in both cases you go with over to. की तरफ इसका मतलब होता है, तो it is the term. Now after over to, the word that is just opposite of the over, it is under. Under. The meaning of under is नीचे, and we use under in this condition indirect negative mode of relation. For less than position, for incomplete term, okay, we use under for these 3 points, these 3 concepts. The first one is indirect negative mode of relation. So if you remember over, the over was that indirect positive mode of relation. It means something was passing over the subject, but it was not connected. So the upper condition is for over and the lower condition is for under. Suppose that we are under the tree now. Just look, if it's a tree, so we are here, so this situation is for under. Okay, so if we have under for this or such type of condition, we can use under and beneath, any of it. It means beneath is the substitution of under. Both words are similar for the same concept. So we are under the tree now. Halku was bound to spend his night under sky after 2001. It means he became a homeless person, a wanderer who had no home, nothing to eat. So whenever we have the conditions where lower term or lower object is not directly connected to the upper one, we use the word under. खुले आसमान के नीचे, under. So remember my words. If we are using under, it means we are in this position. It means if the fan is, we use what? We use under. The first indirect relative mode of negative means you have not sufficient age, you have not adequate age for the particular job. Under. Under the Government of India, this project will be launched. Soon. Under the Government of India, this project will be launched soon. So, under the Government of India, it means under the Government of India will undertake the project. Less than push. For negative condition, incomplete work. If suppose anything is still not completed, we can go with under. The building is under construction. That means the construction has not been done yet. They were under arrest. Under arrested. Under threat. So whenever we have the negative impact for that person, that condition, we go with under. When anything is less than the required condition, we go with under. And if there is the negative relation in terms of the object or in terms of two objects together, we go with under. So these are the three major points that we have to be careful while using under if we are solving a question. In, into, at, on, upon, over, over to, under. After that, we have next word, and it is up. अप बेसिकली ऐसी टर्म होती है जो कि हम पॉजिटिव में यूज करते हैं. अप मीन्स ऊपर. फॉर शॉर्ट टर्म positive place changing. Up. So if we are changing a place, not in the permanent position, but for short term condition, we go with up. इसको समझो ध्यान से कि अगर कोई चीज अपने बेस को छोड़कर ऐसे ऊपर जाए फिर नीचे आ सके दोबारा, तो आप क्या यूज करते हैं? अप. जैसे the umpire tossed up the coin and we won the toss. Tossed up the coin. तो अगर कॉइन को उछाला तो ये नीचे भी आएगा. सपोज price of petrol is supposed to rise up soon. Price of petrol is supposed to rise up soon. अब अगर पेट्रोल का प्राइस बढ़ेगा तो नीचे भी आएगा. दैट्स द पॉसिबिलिटी कि अगर प्राइस बढ़ रहा है तो नीचे भी आएगा. लुक, Raju was going up on the Mount Everest. मीन्स वो ऊपर जा रहा है तो नीचे भी आएगा. So in the condition when anything goes up but for short term condition, it means the chances of coming down is possible, we go with up. तो कोई चीज ऊपर जा रही है, नीचे जाने के चांसेस हैं, हम up के साथ जाते हैं. Now the next word is up to. तक. Last limit. Up to. Suppose he is educated up to class 12th only. up to class 12th. जैसे the new episode will telecast सात बजे तक. It is up to. So last point, the last condition of anything, we go with up to. Next word is down. Just opposite of up is down. इट मीन्स नीचे. For short term, negative place changing. नेगेटिव प्लेस चेंज. देखो कोई चीज ऊपर जाती है तो अप, बट वहां से नीचे आती है तो डाउन. मतलब ऊपर जाए और नीचे आने के चांस बने रहे तो अप, नीचे जाए ऊपर आने के चांस बने रहे तो डाउन. जैसे a speedy car knocked down the old man. Speedy car knocked down the old man. तो हुआ क्या कि अगर कार से बंदा नीचे गिरा है तो पॉसिबल है कि वो ऊपर भी आएगा. Avoid falling down from the stool. Falling down. To avoid falling down from the stool. Means down just opposite of up. अप में कोई चीज ऊपर जा रही है नीचे आएगी, डाउन में कोई चीज नीचे हुई है ऊपर जाएगी. नेक्स्ट, इन, इनटू, एट, ऑन, अपॉन, ओवर, ओवर टू, up, down, up to. Now the next word, the next preposition is for. के लिए. For showing claim in positive term. तो सकारात्मक रूप से अगर हम दावा करते हैं तो हम कहां पे जाएंगे? फॉर के साथ जाएंगे. सकारात्मक रूप से दावा कर रहे हैं तो उस लुक. You must be very serious. for our career. Must be very serious for our career, for positively. Suppose for nation's sake, be a hard worker. For nation's sake, be a hard worker. Okay. For my family, I can do anything. तो कुछ भी फैमिली के लिए. So for is the term that is used for the positive claim. If we are making the positivity in the claiming term, सकारात्मक रूप से दावा कर रहे हैं तो we go with for. Next word is from. See, for mode of separation, अलगाव. अगर आप अलगाव के लिए जाओगे, you go for from. आप from के लिए जाओगे. One more thing. Non-fatal disease. बीमारी जिसमें आपको, जिसके आप जान नहीं जाते, आपकी नॉन फैटलिक, मरता नहीं है इंसान. For quantitative time period, mode of separation, तो सेपरेशन. Suppose I purchased vegetables from market. इसमें क्या होता है? सेपरेशन, अलगाव होना चाहिए. और अगर सेपरेशन है, अलगाव है, देन यू कैन गो विथ फ्रॉम. जैसे A biker snatched chain from the old lady. यहां पर from दोनों ही कंडीशन में क्या हो रहा है? सेपरेशन, अलगाव हो रहा है। यानी इस तरीके से अलग होना है कि दोबारा वो सेम फॉर्म में कनेक्टिविटी पॉसिबल ना हो पाए। यू गो फॉर फ्रॉम। नाउ नेक्स्ट इज नॉन फैटल डिजीज, बीमारी जिससे जान नहीं जाती, कि कैसे बोलते हो आप? Since morning I have been suffering from fever. उन्होंने कहा फीवर से सफर कर रहे हैं, तो फीवर ही नहीं, हेडेक है, सर दर्द, बदन दर्द, बुखार, दीज आर द नॉन फैटलिक डिजीज। ये बीमारियां ऐसी हैं कि आपकी जान नहीं जाती, नॉन फैटल। सो फॉर द नॉन फैटल कंडीशन वी गो विद फ्रॉम। नाउ नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट? क्वांटिटिव टाइम मीन्स मात्रा, time that is not durative, that is not pointed, it is quantitative, some, few, many, a quantitative time. From few days I was not in the city. तो few days, कितने days नहीं पता। So if you use the terms, the time like few, some, many, it is the quantitative time period, and for any quantitative condition we go with from. तो हम लोगों ने डिस्कस किया in, into, what, in, into, at, on, upon, over, over to, under, up to, for, from. Next word is to. बहुत छोटा सा वर्ड है बट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। सो व्हेन वी यूज टू, हम टू को कैसे यूज करते हैं देखें। For target, lakshya, okay. Second, for indirect mode of action, for constant mode of adjective. So to is the word that we generally use in these three conditions कि target के लिए indirect mode of actions और constant mode of adjective, तीनों इंपॉर्टेंट है. जैसे एक और लिखें, for infinitive term. So for these 4 points we go with 2. हम इन 4 पॉइंट्स के लिए 2 के साथ चलते हैं. देखो छोटा सा वर्ड है, काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, समझो, क्योंकि इसमें काफी सारे केसेस हैं. तो एग्जांपल देखेंगे. I will go to market after 10 p.m. I will go to market after 10 p.m. So मेरे जाने का टारगेट क्या होगा? मैं किस जगह को टारगेट करके जाऊंगा? मैं मार्केट को टारगेट करूंगा. तो मेरे जाने का टारगेट क्या दिखाएगा? मार्केट. देखो, प्रीपोजिशन इज द मास्टर ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट एंड प्रीपोजिशन इज डायरेक्टेड बाय मेन वर्ब. तो ऑब्जेक्ट का स्वामी होता है, मेन वर्ब डायरेक्ट करता है. मीन्स अकॉर्डिंग टू मेन वर्ब एंड द ऑब्जेक्ट वी आर बाउंड टू चेंज द पोजीशन ऑफ प्रीपोजिशन. मेन वर्ब और ऑब्जेक्ट की पोजीशन के अकॉर्डिंग प्रीपोजिशन के टर्म्स बदल जाते हैं. तो जैसे जैसे चीजें आप आगे बढ़ोगे, जैसे हम लोग प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चन में आएंगे, अभी तो कॉन्सेप्ट ही आपका कम से कम 2 क्लास और जाएगा, बट जैसे जैसे हम प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चंस में आएंगे चीजें आसान होती चली जाएंगी. ओके. आई विल गो टू मार्केट आफ्टर 10 p.m. Everyone is working to be rich. तो हर कोई रिच होने पर काम कर रहा है. टू. Why? Did you give your power to Rajesh? Why did you give your power to Rajesh? तो आपने अपनी पावर राजेश को क्यों दी? इट मीन्स आप देखो कि इन दीज 3 एग्जाम्पल्स वी आर हैविंग द सिंगल टर्म, द सिंगल मोटो, एंड दैट इज द टारगेट. हमारे काम का जो भी टारगेट है दैट विल बी रिफ्लेक्टेड विद टू. उसको हम टू से रिफ्लेक्ट करते हैं। ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट, indirect mode of action. Okay, we have two types of actions, direct mode and indirect mode. Direct mode means when object is directly related to main verb. When object is directly related to main verb, we go with direct term of action. But when object is not directly related to main verb, such type of action is known as indirect term of action. Just have a look. If we have main verbs like know, think, understand, realize, consider. So these are the words that we generally know as indirect mode of action. So indirect mode of action means we have two types of action. I told you, direct and indirect. When the action is directly connected with object, so it is direct mode of action. And when the action is not directly connected to object, we can say that it is the indirect mode of action. And whenever we find the words like this, these type of words are known as indirect mode of action. And in these cases, we go with preposition to. हम preposition to के साथ चलते हैं. Okay dear, just have a look. Mr. Khanna is known to me. Khanna is known to me. Means the target of my knowing or target of my knowingity is Mr. Khanna. Suppose it is considered to me that my nation is in safe hands now. तो मैं कभी कभी सोचता हूं कि मेरा देश अब सुरक्षित हाथों में है. इट इज ट्रू एंड वी आर यूजिंग द वर्ड कंसीडर्ड. तो इसमें से कुछ भी अगर आप एक वर्ब के तौर पर यूज करोगे तो दीज टाइप ऑफ वर्क आर नोन एज इनडायरेक्ट मोड ऑफ एक्शन, एंड इन दैट कंडीशन वी अप्लाई टू in place of other preposition or any other preposition. Just have a look over the examples because ये काफी important होते हैं. Now, constant mode of adjective. Constant is what? We have three types of adjective: positive, comparative, and superlative. And the position of each adjective is changed when we change the condition of statement. Positive, it means the initial one. comparative the improved one, and superlative means the best one. Positive, comparative, superlative. But the degrees, the adjectives that change its value according to the position of object, they are known as variable or alternative prepositions, alternative adjectives. Suppose good, better, best, strong, stronger, strongest, big, bigger, biggest. These are the adjectives that can be clearly revealed that the position has been changed. If anything, big and bigger, so we can easily compare that bigger is more big than the big one. If biggest means the largest one out of these three or out of all. So these are known as variable adjectives, the adjectives that changes position according to the position of object and verb. But here are few words that are known as constant adjective. Suppose senior, junior, superior, inferior, preferable, perfect, unique. So these are the words that we generally use in terms of constant mode of adjective. And whenever we have these words that we generally use in terms of constant mode of adjective, so to reflect the position of a constant adjective, we go with to. Suppose I prefer tea than cold drink. Tea than cold drink. If I prefer, means I prefer. My preference cannot be changed, whether it is cold drink or lassi or rasmalai, whatever. So in this case, we go with to. Okay, I prefer tea to cold drink. Madan is senior than Suresh. Mother is senior than Suresh. So senior, junior, superior, these are the terms also that do not change their position. So they are the constant mode of adjective. And whenever we have the term that is used like the constant mode of adjective, we always use what? To. Infinitive term. What is the infinitive term? The inspired action, the motivated action. Infinitive term is inspired action. Inspired action. or motivated action. So when the action is inspired or motivated, we generally use what? Infinitive term. So there is a great difference between the tense verb and the infinitive verb. A tense verb is also a general action. Infinitive verb also the inspired action. Suppose Mr. Sharma is doing overtime. As he was absent for a month. तो एक मंथ से शर्मा जी एब्सेंट थे, तो अपने इस एब्सेंसेस की वजह से शर्मा जी ओवरटाइम नहीं कर रहे हैं, शर्मा जी को ओवरटाइम करना पड़ रहा है. मीन्स मिस्टर शर्मा इज बाउंड टू डू द ओवरटाइम. तो whatever he is doing is not doing by will, is doing by being compelled. So this is the wrong condition and we will use like this: Mr. Sharma is doing, not Mr. Sharma is to do overtime as he was absent for a month. We will collect as much donation as we can today. Because today is the last day of a submission. It's the last day of submission. Mr. Sharma, we will collect as much donation as we can today. Because last day है, तो last day कह रहा है कि आपको collect करना. So we will collect it. It's wrong. हमें करना होगा. It means we will to collect. And this is the term of infinitive. So whenever we have the infinitive term, we go with 2 plus people. So dear, it is all about you. देखो वो छोटा सा था लेकिन बहुत टाइम लेता है. Okay, so we have completed the very important and a good number of prepositions today. The rest will take hardly 3 classes, and within these 3 classes the rest prepositions will be over, and then after we will start making practices of phrasal verbs, omissions, repetitions, and of course the questions of spotting error, filler based on preposition that were the part of last year examinations. Till then, stay healthy, stay happy, and please keep yourself unaffected with the pollution that is happening outside and inside the society. Till then, goodbye. Thank you. Jai Hind.